Oh my god. This is a binder where I keep, I don't even know what I keep in this. As you can see from just like my hair, I'm tired. Ooh. Some old school games. Candyland, sorry. Tons of math manipulatives. Let's start with this top shelf. I have math manipulatives. I have folders on folders on folders on folders shoved in the back. I don't even know what is in that Scholastic box hiding behind there. I got board games, a bucket of rulers with some dice thrown on top, beads to use as manipulatives, marbles, some things shoved back there, tons of board games, some origami, some games that I have not used ever. That's not even mine. It was here before I even got here. I do use state bingo quite a bit. Some text about the Constitution, old history books, and some binders. And I don't know what is in those boxes. What I think is going to be the best strategy for me for cleaning this closet out is to start from the bottom and work myself up. I've used the bottom of this closet for folders. Folders that have things in them, folders that don't have things in them. This is actually gold, so I don't know why it's shoved in this closet. What am I doing? This is a binder where I keep, I don't even know what I keep in this. I took out all of the binders from the bottom shelf. I went through a ton of them. A lot of them just had random junk papers in them that I didn't need anymore, like procedures from the 2020-2021 school year for report cards. So I have a ton of stuff that is going to be going into the trash. And then I think I'm not going to put the binders back on this shelf. I don't think it's a good spot for them. It's kind of a shelf that I don't often go to, and when I open this closet, I don't look down there. My eyes don't go down to the bottom shelf at first, so I think that these binders that I want to put important papers in, like, that's not the place for them. But what I am going to keep on this bottom shelf are science materials. So I have this water wheel that the students can assemble. I actually didn't realize that I had these. So we kind of like created our own water wheel this year. So this will be exciting for next year's students. I found shoved in the back on the bottom of this closet these magnets. I don't know what to use them for. I'm sure I could find something, and I'm wondering if I will regret tossing these or giving these away. I don't know. I'm not decided on this yet. I really want to declutter, and this is a lot of clutter. But then again, 5th grade, we do so much science. I use mystery science a lot, and there's never been a lesson where we use magnifying glasses, but maybe that's something that I can research. This is definitely going to be a 2-dayer, 3-dayer, possibly even a 4-dayer. I only got the bottom done, and I have to go because I'm meeting my mom and my sister at Olive Garden for an early dinner. So I was a little ambitious, but I'm happy that I got the bottom organized. I am putting the binders back in there for right now. I took all the papers out of the binders. At least there's that. Okay. Filming was short-lived today, but tomorrow I am back on it. I gotta get out of here. I'm back, day 2, cleaning my closet out. I decided that my strategy for getting this closet cleaned out is to dump everything out, shelf by shelf, throw things out, then reorganize, and then move on to the next closet. Oh, ow. Oh God, my knees hurt. I'm getting so old. I don't know how long I can keep getting down on the floor and kneeling down and helping students, and ugh. I can't think about it. It's too stressful. All right, so I organized this shelf yesterday. It's not perfect. I don't necessarily want to keep all these binders in there. I need to find a place for those felt shaped hearts. I'll probably keep those in my other closet that I already did a clean out video for. That's where I keep all my holiday stuff. You can go and watch that video. I will link it in the description if you want to. But for now, this shelf I'm okay with. This shelf has a ton of my social studies textbooks and materials, and to be honest with you, a lot of it is so old, was here before I even got here, and I'm probably going to throw a lot of it out because I hate using old history textbooks. I know that history doesn't change, but a lot of the textbooks are from weird perspective and they aren't really written in a way that's very engaging to students nowadays. So let me show you an example. These are all of my textbooks, I guess you could say, for social studies. So as you see, I don't even have a full class set. This is an old history book for 5th grade. I've actually never used it. It's been sitting in my closet since I got into this classroom. The prior teacher had these books. It's not student friendly. I suppose I could try using it, but we use studies weekly and I just don't know how I would integrate this book into our lessons. And also, I don't even have a full class set. Are the students supposed to share? I remember sharing textbooks when I was in school and I would always think like, this is ridiculous. Like I need my own book. Like I'm sharing with a person who smells and I don't like them and they're not even letting me like see any of the book. I think I'm gonna get rid of these. As you can see from just like my hair, I'm tired. I don't have energy to discard of straight up textbooks, nor would I even know how to discard of them in a proper way. I don't think putting them in the recycling bin in my classroom is effective because there's so many of them and I just feel bad doing that. So I'm just gonna let them stay there. They're just gonna live there. I'm probably not gonna ever use them, but whenever I leave this classroom, hopefully not soon, the next teacher can deal with it. This is what I need to go through. This is all the stuff that I dumped out of my closet. I have a ton of origami paper, a ton of origami books, which do not belong on the shelf, but for some reason I was just shoving all of that into this closet on this shelf. So I'm going to organize all of that, and then I'm going to find a place where I can put all that that's more accessible to myself and my students, because my students love doing origami. One of my teacher besties, she was gaining some of this retired teacher's materials, and she just didn't know what to. Oh my god. I think my classroom's haunted. Okay. Like I was saying, one of my teacher besties, she inherited a ton of retired teachers' materials, and this teacher had a ton of origami books, and the other teacher already had so many, so she donated them to me. I came upon some gold. So we've got a ton of origami books. I do have a ton of origami paper, although I do have to check on that because my students love to do origami, especially on rainy days, but they'll start an origami project and then they'll crumple up their paper and then get a new paper and then start again and then keep that cycle going, and it's like, ah, that costs money. They don't know. They don't know any better. But what I'm gonna do right now is go through this mess and organize all my origami. All right, now that I have organized all my origami books, let's go through some of them because they're actually pretty interesting and kind of some cool themes. This one's really cute. It's a girl-agami, so it's just girly things. Not that boys can't do it too. We have birds. Classic. I actually hate birds, so I try to steer my students away from doing bird origami. Harry Potter origami, so cool. This origami I had no idea I had. It is so cool. It's animal origami. There's a turtle. It's not an actual turtle. It's an origami turtle, duh. On the inside, they have origami paper that is textured like the animal. Well, I had no idea I had this. It was just shoved in this closet, like everything else is in my class, shoved in closets. It's a month and a half until school ends, but it's never too late to reorganize things. Oh my God, look at my hair. Look at this. This is after a full day of teaching. I'm just gonna leave it because this is a realistic video and this is really what I look like at the end of each day. All right, so here is what I did with the origami books so they are more accessible to myself and my students. I have this corner and it's by the window and I have all the novel studies that we do. Just kidding, we don't do like any of them. In the past I have, not this year. We just struggle with some behavior this year. It's made it hard to do some things, but you know what? It is what it is. They've made a ton of progress. But I put all of the origami books here and a little down there. Easy access for myself and for my students. Another thing that I found shoved in here, these desk maps. Specifically 13 colonies, and there's a whole class set. I am thankful I'm cleaning this closet out right now because we have not gotten to the 13 colonies yet. We are about to, hopefully this month or the beginning of next month, but I'm using these. So this is what the closet will be. Pretty nice and organized. So this is all I'm going to put on this shelf. Pretty nice and organized. Okay. I have to get out of here because I can only do one shelf at a time because it's way too overwhelming, and it's a Friday and the janitor's coming back in to vacuum, and how embarrassing would that be for the janitor to walk in and I'm just in my classroom with a camera and a tripod and like this mess. All right, Monday we will tackle this shelf, whatever this is. All right, we are on the third day of trying to clean this closet out. I've been taking each shelf day by day, but today I really need to just haul butt because I'm sick of working on this one closet. Today I'm working on this shelf that has puzzles and random anchor charts in it, and this shelf that has random math manipulatives, origami, games, and then maybe I'll get to that shelf. We'll see. Or maybe that one. I don't know. My go-to style of cleaning things out is to just dump everything out. So I have dumped out everything on that shelf. There's tons of United States puzzles, flashcards, a random apples to apples game, solar system magnetic set that's actually on my whiteboard currently. Fraction manipulative would have been great to use when I was teaching fractions, but I could use them as review and then start with my class next year. This shelf is nasty. I'm going to clean it and then I'm going to go through everything that's on the floor and we can decide what I'm keeping and what's getting trashed. These puzzles I use all the time. They have a nice square and rectangular shape. They are going to go into this closet first. I love United States puzzles. Not only because I teach 5th grade, but because I love doing them as a child. If you're a teacher, it doesn't matter what grade you teach. You should have a United States puzzle in your classroom. If they're below 5th grade, great, you'll get them ready for 5th grade. If they are older than 5th grade, great, it's just a review. And it's where we live, I think, for the most people watching this. I especially love using these puzzles at like end of the day. Maybe we packed up a little early, we have a little time on our hands, early finisher activities, things like that. Okay, all my United States puzzles are in the closet. They all have a spot. It's nice and organized. It's not taking up the whole shelf. So I'm gonna put some of my game boards also on that shelf. Some of these games I have to get rid of. They're old or they're just way too complicated, or like the interest just isn't there for the students for them to actually figure out the rules. Like Jumanji, you know, that movie was big when I was younger, and so I remember being little and trying to learn the rules to Jumanji, and knowing like it was kind of a hard game, it was kind of a complicated game, but I was so excited because of the movie. The interest was there that I like actually tried playing it. But recently in the past few years, I've tried to have my students play it and they're like, this is hard, and also there's just no interest for them there. Like, they don't really know the movie, they don't care. So I think I am going to get rid of that game. Connect 4, always a keeper. I don't know what these are. Monopoly. Monopoly is one of those games also where it's such an old game and it's very complicated, and I don't necessarily know if my students are interested in it, so I think I'm gonna get rid of it. Mancala. I remember being in elementary school and my friends would play this and other students would play it, and I just could never figure it out, and my friends tried to teach me, never could figure it out. But it's a nice set and it looks like all the pieces are here, so maybe in 2024 this is the year that I learn how to play Mancala. This I did not buy. This was already in my closet when I got into this classroom. The teacher before me just kind of bounced and left a gold. So I will be keeping this, but I just need to learn how to play it. Ooh. So my students do Native American murals, and this was one from like years ago. They did a really good job. I should probably stand up and show this to you, but I'm too lazy, so I'll just show you little bits and pieces. But they did a really good job, but I already have other examples, so this is going to be trash. This was a random example in my closet. I have better ones, so trash. Alright, I'm probably going to put this on a speed frame kind of thing because I have things I have to do and I want to get out of here, and I am so sick of cleaning this closet out, and the longer I talk about everything that I'm cleaning out, the longer this is going to take me. So far, I have my state puzzles and games. And then I think in the middle I'll put some of my actual learning games, like math games. I've officially finished the third shelf from the bottom. I finished getting rid of junk games that I don't need anymore, and I also organized all the games. They don't look perfect to me, but it's cleaner than it was before, it's better than it was before, and now I know I have more options for games if I want to play them with students. It's almost 4 p.m. and I spent over an hour cleaning one shelf of my closet. If you're a new teacher, please, if you're going into a classroom and no one's been in it before or everything's cleaned out of the closets, be so careful with what you buy, and also make sure you have the right organizational tools, boxes, cabinets, drawers, bins that you can put in your closet to help you with your organization, because I don't have that going for me right now, and I don't have the time or money to go buy bins and things like that right now at the end of the school year. I'm thinking I'll come in over the summer and kind of reassess what I have in my closets, do another clean out, see if I want to get rid of anything else, if I can let go of anything else, and then once I'm down to just like the basics of what I need and what I want and what I'm going to use with my students, then I think maybe I'll go to like Hobby Lobby or Michael's and get bins and drawers and things like that to better organize my closets. But for now, doing a little bit at a time, finished that shelf and I'm happy with it, and I need to get out of here. It's 4 p.m. My last closet cleanings, I stayed till like 6 p.m. I can't do that anymore. This has taken me, oh my god, almost 2 weeks to do because I've been so busy. We've had state testing, we've had suspensions, we've had fights, we've had uncontrollable laughter, we've had a lot going on, and I just haven't had the energy to do this. This is something that I do on my own time. So I'm going to organize this shelf. It has the board games on it. I kind of went through board games and got rid of some stuff last week. Oh my god, wait, these were the ones I was supposed to get rid of. Okay, I'm gonna take these out, put them on my back table, and then figure out what I want to do with them, and then figure out what I want to do with this newly empty shelf. Alright, this is one of the only times you're ever gonna see this clean, or I'm gonna ever see this clean. So I'm going to Lysol wipe it and then figure out what I want to put on this shelf. It's probably going to be some of these manipulatives. I have a ton of math manipulatives, ton more on the floor, on the other side of the classroom that just like sit on the floor and the kids like mess with, and it's like all day, it's like, stop touching those. So if I could have them in the closet, that would be awesome. Okay, this is the actual like messiest thing ever. I just have all these manipulatives on the classroom floor, like against the wall. Time to move them into the closet. All right, I have more Unifix cubes than anyone in the world knows what to do with. And my students love them, but they love like throwing them around the classroom. So these are going in the closet so they don't have access to it. Unifix cube. I even have more Unifix cubes. Maybe back here. That's where they're going to live. I'm already overwhelmed. Okay. These are place value chips. Eureka Math place value discs 1 to millions. We started a new curriculum this year. Well, it's Eureka Math, which we've already had, but it's Eureka Squared. Some things are the same, but some things are totally different. And a lot of the manipulatives are very different. It's like you get these like after the year's already started, like a month in, and I don't have time to figure out how I use these. I think that maybe over summer I'll come in and figure out how I'm supposed to use these because I wasn't using them this year. If you are a new teacher and you feel overwhelmed by manipulatives and your curriculum, no teacher uses every single part of the curriculum. Like, they just don't. In fact, most teachers I know don't even use the curriculum. But that's another story. Again, we have some more Eureka Math manipulatives. These are Deci discs. Kind of fun. Also from Eureka, these Unifix cubes. I know how to use Unifix cubes. I don't need someone to teach me. I just don't like using them. Kids just make them toys, and I guess maybe if I had stronger procedures or if I was like more stern about it, it wouldn't be an issue, but I don't know. That's for next year's class. I literally do not care what grade you're in. All students love these little like bear manipulatives. Next year. These I use all the time for bingo games as like little placeholders, so I'll definitely be keeping those. I have green, I have yellow, and I have red. These are fraction Unifix cubes. I should use these. These are gold. They were just shoved in the closet, so I didn't know I had them. Dice. I've been running so low on dice. Dice that are labeled. How 90s are these? The like kidney bean manipulatives. I love using buttons. Let's play a game of guess the year that these were made in. Couldn't even tell you actually, but I'm thinking 70s. Let me know in the comments what you think. Could I use this for something? I think I can. I don't like that it's a bright red though, but I think I can use it. I'm gonna save it. It's not gonna be on the shelf, but I'm saving this. Tanagrams, a whole class set of calculators. Let's switch up the angle just for variety. Coins, rulers, rulers, rulers. Let's clean this shelf. Ooh, gross. Oh my gosh. I need to raise this camera. We're going to the top shelf. This camera needs to go up. Does it go up anymore? It doesn't. Okay, well, I'll just lift it. Here is the top shelf, lots of folders, some math manipulatives. Let's see what I can do with this in 30 minutes so I can get out of here. I'm gonna need a chair. I am standing on a chair right now cleaning the closet in my classroom, and I need to be very careful because I've been injured at work and it's not fun. I broke my foot and had to have surgery on it. So I don't want any more work workers' comp cases, you know? On that top shelf, I had tons and tons of folders. I do not have time to sit here and go through which folders I want to use and which ones are raggedy and used up. So I'm just going to put all the folders into these containers and they will be placed back on that shelf for later use. Then I have a Scholastic box that I need to go through. It has some like games in it. I actually might not even go through it. It's like a nice and organized Scholastic box. I might just put it back up there because I want to get out of here by 4. I'm tired of cleaning this closet out and staying till like 5:30. It's too much. Woo! Oh. God, there we have it. Where's my phone? What time is it? 3:58. We did it. I did it. I can't help but laugh as I was taking the shot of the closet that you just saw where the camera was going from the bottom shelf up to the top, because if I was just seeing that like at first and not seeing how it looked like before, I would be like, oh dang, like that teacher needs to clean out her closet. Like that's messy. But this is clean for me. Everything has its spot. I'm not one of those teachers who's gonna go out and buy like a whole organizational system. It is what it is. I got rid of a lot. I organized a lot. I found a lot that I didn't know I had, and that's a win for me. So thank you so much for watching. If you got this far, please like, subscribe, and go watch my other 2 closet clean out videos. I am getting out of here. Goodbye.